The first thing we have to do on a problem like this is make sure that we read the directions carefully. On here, it said that Dylan did make a problem, or make a mistake here. We want to do two things. First, describe the mistake that was made in complete sentences. Make sure you follow this step. It doesn't have to be anything spectacular, but at least one sentence describing what the mistake was is necessary. The second is to show the work and solve correctly. So the problem starts with subtraction. This is parentheses, so that means that we are going to be multiplying because there's no operation in between. Another subtraction and an exponent. Because of the parentheses, the order of operations tells me I have to simplify in there first. Dylan did that, but what Dylan also did was simplify 10 minus 2. That's not in parentheses. I did that before the exponent. I did that before I multiplied. That's where the mistake was. So we wanted to say a sentence that just simply states Dylan subtracted 10 minus 2 before multiplying or using his exponent. Again, that's not the only way that we can write this, but that is one way that we could have written a sentence here. The second step here is to show work and solve the problem correctly. I'm going to start by rewriting the problem exactly as we see it. And then work through it step by step. Parentheses means simplify everything inside here first. 5 minus 3 is 2. Copy everything else down as you see it. Copy the 10 down, the minus, the 2. This should be in parentheses and it's squared. Even though this is in parentheses, there's no operation left inside, so I am done with the parentheses part. But what I do have next is exponents. This 2 as an exponent applies only to this 2 that I have in red. So I'm going to apply that. I don't do anything with the 10 yet. I don't do anything with the minus 2. I'm going to keep this in parentheses. Here's where a lot of people make mistakes. This is complicated. Because this is written next to each other here, it's multiplication. So I'm going to use the parentheses to show the multiplication. The other way to do that would have been to show multiplication this way and say times 4. Here it's become a simple order of operations problem where I'm going to do my negative 2 times 4 and get negative 8. The only thing I haven't used now is my 10. 10 minus 8 is 2 for my final answer. So when I use the order of operations and I follow them correct, then I'm going to get 2. Common mistakes that you have to look out for. Don't subtract like this before you do all the other operations that you need to. And don't add or subtract when it's multiplication. Those are two of the most common mistakes that we see when we're doing a problem like this.